from Cincinnati.
We got this.
Stop your whining.
Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Switch.
47.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
54.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Bang, 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 bang.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Elliott. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Prescott now from the 50. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On play action. Brissett. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards to pick up there.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. DeMarcus Lawrence. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And Eifert has it. 23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
54 Mike. Ready?
Mixon with a first down carry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Go! 55 Mike, guys, 55.
Hey, what's the ball? Hey, check Mike. Watch it.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, 33 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just...
And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Darquez Denard there to make the tackle.
Everybody, line in. We're going to 54, line in. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike, watch Mike. Here we go, here we go. Silver, 26, 26.
Third and long for Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
It's going to be a long...
Prescott down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On 2nd down, Elliott.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
You get block me. You get block me.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Right there. 54, right there, right there.
2nd and 4. He gets this one to Boyd. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. How about the rookie in his NFL debut? Looking sharp. It's 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
To throw on 2nd down, Eason. And his throw here's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Here we go. 25.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And Bullock will put this one through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Here we go. All day, defense, all day, all day.
From the 38, Prescott looking middle, and it's incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
We're going to 54.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 43. Hey, kill. 27, 26.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Eat. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Takes 3. 218, chop it. Shoot.
Looking to throw on second down. Eason dumps it off to Mixon. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Now.
On 3rd and 2, Eason. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Prescott. The pressure gets to him again. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check 55, Mike.
46.
Prescott from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Pulled in at the 24. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. This quarterback now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
I'm going to run you over. Mike's 54. Mike's 50.
From the gun, Eason. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 7. 31 yards on the punt there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. On 2nd down now, Mixon. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 3rd down, Eason. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is Mixon. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, kill.
Prescott to throw it. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
46.
Prescott from the gun on third. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. The 30, the 20, 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 89 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Nixon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
To throw on 2nd down, Eason. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Eason looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Marr now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Eason. He completes it to Boyd. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
2nd and 2. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Zipper!
Coming this way, here we go.
From
the gun, Eason. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Ready, break.
This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Down. 60 outlaw.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now.
Operating from the gun, Eason. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Eason. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They go to Elliott again. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We're going to 54. Why here? 26.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and now it's second down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped them at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, Eason. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Mixon. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Airing one out for Boyd. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the fourth. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Elliott. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is a Prescott stripped, and the Bengals grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now!
Mixon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Off-play action. Eason. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
On the set.
Check 55 to Mike. Here we go, here we go. 55 Mike.
Operating from the gun. Eason. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Bullock's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. Cooper was the target there.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Bengals on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Again, it's Mixon. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. Here's Kevin Huber now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Checking in on Houston, it's in the 4th quarter there. And the lead has gotten even bigger. The Texans, they've got it in cruise control right now. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Trying to improvise. And the catch made by Johnson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. One last shot now for Prescott. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.